What's up, guys and girls, this is Timmy and welcome back to Factorio, and it's with a slight bit of sadness that I do my intro today because this is going to be the last episode for Factorio. I did say in the last episode I might do another one following up some of the achievements. However, when I looked at the achievements I realised that I wasn't actually going to be able to do that much of it. Some of which I've already done. These are all the ones I've done, I think. Search oil processing, obviously that's broken because I've already done that one. Research old technologies, I'm actually not far off that. We'll get to that. Finish the game, hopefully we'll do that one, this one hopefully. Supplies over 10k I've delivered. I could do that one pretty easily. Get killed by a moving locomotive. I'm not really sure how that's going to work because when I die I have to reload. So I don't know if that's going to save after I get killed. But we can maybe give that a go in a bit if we have time. Survivor hit biggest time one hit 456, pretty close to that one. Produce 1 million electronic circuits. I'm way off that one. Let's see here how many I've produced. Well, I don't know. Guess by that 400,000. Produce 20 million. Yeah, I got a long way to go with that. Produce 10k advanced circuits. That one is not done. I thought that was done. Looks like I'm over 10k. I think I must literally about like 9,000 something. I was start tracking 9.8k. Yeah, I'm actually not far off that. 5k processing unit, not far off that. 200,000 iron plates. Ooh, I'm not actually far off that. We'll come back to my issues with iron though. Per hour, that is. Sorry, 400,000 per hour. Yeah. That's half. Hang on a minute. What? That's half of that. But I'm way over half of that. That bar isn't working properly. Produce more than 10 gigajoules per hour without these steam engines. Nope, not going to do that. Destroy 10 spawns by impact. I could do that one maybe. Destroy 10,000 trees with fire. That could be entertaining. If I decide to, I might do a fun episode where I go and burn the entire map and destroy my entire base. That's all the ones I can't do. So long and thanks for all the fish. Don't know what the deal with that one is. Okay, so yeah, so there are some things I could do with these, but I don't know. The main reason I'm not, and as I said in the last episode, I've got a big problem which I screwed myself over right in the early days, in that there are no large resource patches. I normally play with rare but large resource patches. And unfortunately right now, and that's water, I thought there was a giant iron mine over there. Unfortunately, I'm just getting diminishing returns. When I left the last episode, I had a major iron issue. So I'm just trying to crack through all the rest of these researches that I haven't done. Yeah, I had a major iron issue. This iron mine now, I think it's got 2 working miners. This iron mine 1 down here. So I've opened up these iron mine 4 over here. I think iron mine 3 is almost done as well, and iron mine 2 is virtually done as well, I think. So I opened up Iron Mine 4, which is giving me a bit of a boost in my production for that. However, by the time I'd done that, my copper was starting to run low. So I think Copper Mine, hang on a minute, 2 is done pretty much completely. And where's Copper Mine 1? I don't even know where Copper Mine 1 is. Look at the little snaky thing that represents the trains. Where's the rest of them? Why? That's weird. Is it maybe there's a radar station down there and it's picking up the radar? Anyway, never noticed that. Anyway, so yeah, Copper Mine 1 I guess is gone wherever I had Copper Mine 1. So I've opened up Copper Mine 3, which is quite an elaborate one. As you can see, the station's here, but actually I'm feeding off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're all small, and I will burn through them. Like literally, by the time I built that, the iron was starting to slow down again because these 2 here are not huge, and they just, I just tapped them out, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm at with production right now, but we are currently consuming 2,000 iron ore a minute, or 1.8 to 2,000 iron ore. I don't know, dropping down all again all of a sudden. Well, that'll be based on how much. Let's have a look in an actual minute. Yeah, it's about 2,000 iron ore a minute. So. And that's not enough. Like, we need more than that. So yeah, I'm just gonna spend, if I carry on with this game and this series, I'm just gonna end up spending my entire life basically just producing mines, and by the time that I produce that mine, it'll have stopped working and I'll have to produce another one. So it's just not going to work. I did toy with the idea of actually, you can use console commands to put in more, I'm just going to extend this while I'm talking, to put in more resource patches, and I had an idea which I thought would be quite fun, where I was going to basically use God mode, go all the way out sort of quite far into enemy territory and put down 2 like a massive copper deposit and a massive iron deposit, and then basically do a couple of episodes about sort of reaching it and then tapping it, and then maybe use that to do all of the achievements. Unfortunately though, as soon as you use a console command, the achievements are then disabled, so there's no way I can do that. I can understand why they've done it that way, to stop people just cheating to get the achievements. Why you would cheat to get achievements, I'm not really sure, but that's what people are like sometimes. So yeah, given that there's no point in doing that, and also given the fact that no one's watching the series, I just thought it wasn't really worthwhile. And if I wanted to do another series, or if I wanted to do it again, I would start again, fix that problem, and basically just do a massive resource achievement hunter type series. But as I say, not sure there's much interest in it, so I probably won't end up doing that. So that leaves us with just one thing left to do, which is to build one in several parts, which is to build and launch our rocket so we can get the hell off this planet and draw this one to its satisfactory close. So we're going to try and do that in this episode. I'm probably going to have to edit it out a bit because it will take a while to gather up the resources and build the actual things, but we're going to do it anyway. Right, so I've already researched it. I did that before the episode. Are we researching something right now? Yeah, we are. And I'm not really sure, to be honest. I've never done this, so I don't actually know how it works. So I believe the first thing I need to probably build is a rocket silo. So I'm going to build that. Then I have to put the satellite in the rocket, which is this, which needs a load of stuff. But there are also somewhere, where is it? There are rocket components somewhere. At least there were when I was looking at it in the research. Maybe I've imagined it. Well, no, I haven't imagined it. It's definitely there. If you look at the research for the rocket, there are these rocket parts. But maybe they're just not used at the moment. I thought maybe that they get fed into the silo itself to make the rocket, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But without further ado, let's get the rocket working. So basically how I want this to do is I'm going to have the rocket silo in the middle, and I'm going to build the components that build into it around it, I think. The first thing we're going to need to do is build the actual silo, and that means I'm going to build it in one of these. I could build it on my own fitting, but I figure what the hell, I might as well build it in one of these, even though I only need one. Okay, right, so most of this we can get off the thing. We're going to have to make the pipes, because we don't have pipes on the bus. That's fine, though. Kind of feel like I want to make this separately, because I feel like there's going to be... Okay, so we need to get... I still can never remember how this works. I don't need the train station right now. Right. Okay, so we're going to need engines. So I'm not going to bother splitting off from this because this is going to be the end of the bus anyway, and this is all going to feed into it. I don't know if I'm going to need engines for anything else. If you don't need the manual engines, but whatever. We need steel, I know that. What else do we need? I think we need processing units, don't we? We need the concrete. The concrete I'm just going to bring over with the robots because I do have enough concrete, but it's right on the other side of the bus and I really can't be asked to bring it all the way over here. Actually, this isn't too complicated. I just need to bring up the processing units. I think I'm actually going to do this and how can I do this so it works? That works, but it won't work in a reality because unfortunately... There we go, that works now. Can I get rid of this? This way? Don't think I can. I think it'll screw up if I do that. Oh no, I can. Awesome. I hate that, but that's fine. So one of these, and I need to get the iron up here somewhere. Actually, we're going to move that. We'll bring iron up. I assume we're going to need... Do we need anything but processing units? Don't need any of the chips or anything apparently. Okay, that's fine. We will need power. That is for certain. Like that, and let's bring up the iron on a belt. I don't know why I have this many laser turrets. I've been picking them up a little bit where they're not needed anymore. Probably has something to do with it. Which of these iron feeds gets used the most? I'm not sure. So if we run this up. You know, let's not offset it. Sometimes I think if I offset it like that, it'll look nice, but then it just always ends up looking awful. Kind of like my whole base. I can't remember if I talked about this in the last episode. I probably did, and if I did, apologies. But I want to talk about it again because it was freaking awesome. I talked about it in my, ironically, my Osiris series. I think I talked about it. But anyway, the what am I making here? Pipes. There's a video on, he's done a couple of different videos on it actually, but there is a video on Arumba's channel where he basically does a multiplayer kind of test of this game, and he gets 159 people onto one server to play this game, and I mean it is insane. I'm amazed. It's obviously like people who watch their series a lot, and he kind of makes the point himself in this in the series that people it's actually worked better than you might imagine, because the people in it kind of knew how he plays and were using a lot of his techniques and methods to kind of make things work. And yeah, it was just sort of, that is awful, absolutely awful. It's just, but I mean, it's still, as you can imagine, a bit of a clusterfuck. You know, you've got just like 159 people not talking to each other. There's no like comms between any of them. I think there was a chat room or something they could go into where they would actually talk. They could talk to each other, but Arumba and Steejo, who were in it, weren't in that chat room. And yeah, so it was just like a bit of a disaster. But it worked better than you'd imagine. But it was still a bit of a clusterfuck. But yeah, it was just entertaining, a really entertaining video. So if you haven't seen it, I would certainly recommend going to check it out, because it is, as I say, quite a fun video. And it just showed, like, I mean, this game, you'd have thought with that many people on and so much going on, this game would have absolutely shit itself. But it actually really worked quite well, a lot better than you might imagine. What are we not getting right now? Concrete is the only thing we need. God, it is loading up that steel fast. God, look how fast the steel belt's going. Those 3 stack inserters that are pretty well upgraded now are doing the work, it's fair to say. 1200, that should give us a bit of time. Yeah, see, this is why it wasn't really pointful in me doing it like this, because like I build all of this and it takes like less time to make it than build it. Okay, you can stop putting steel in now. You got more than enough to make one. Speaking of which, I want to do. I got any concrete on me? No. It's actually the wrong chest though, isn't it? Anyway, go check it out. It's quite an entertaining video. It's him and he's got Steejo on there as well, and they're playing together, and it's just fun. So go check that out. Anyway, that's enough about that. What do I need to bring over here? Concrete. Concrete. As soon as they bring some concrete, I'm going to grab some concrete, and this is where it's going to output, but it's only going to output one because I only want to make one of these. So I am having a beer while we play. I'm sad because it's the last episode, so I want to have a beer. Just thinking how to end these lines, whether not to put like boxes on the end of each of these lines. Could do. Right, okay, so they're working well. Gimme. Did I get any? I can just take some out of here, can't I? There we go. You can have it back in a minute. I just want to What? It's a 2x2 now? I thought it was a 1x1. Can I just put it like that? There we go. It'll output onto that for me. Should output to the middle of there now. Ooh, that did like a blueprinty thing. Okay, well, while that's finishing off, how many did it take to make that? I don't like how many extra it's putting in there. I just realised it's going to output one and then it's going to make another one straight away. Anyway, right, what else do we need? We need to make the satellite. So let's make the satellite on the other side. So we need to make the low density structures to start off with on that side. Steel, copper and plastic. Ooh dear, plastic might be a bit of an issue. Our base is not flush with plastic. But that's fine. So we're going to merge these. We're not going to need batteries, I don't think. Do this. And... Nope. There we go. Right. That should merge nicely. Right, there we go. There's our copper and plastic line. And what else do we need for the low density structures? Plastic, copper and steel. Ooh, balls. I've already tapped the steel line. I want the steel line for me. We're gonna need processing units down here anyway. So why don't we're just gonna take a feed off this. Not that side, please. On that side and. The other thing I noticed when I was watching the the Arumba video is I am shit at this game. Like, and you know, I'm not being unfair on myself by saying that because, you know, I do things in quite an ad hoc way in this game, and that will genuinely upset certain people. Stejo being the main example of the people I can think of that it would set. They are very good at these games and they know exactly how to build things efficiently, and I don't. And yeah, and I think I've said the in the previous episode. I think that's part, maybe, well, not maybe, that is, I'm sure, part of the reason why no one's watching this series, just because who wants to see a jackass who doesn't know actually how to play the game? And that apparently is me, so that's fine. Like I say, I play this game because I love it, and there's just something about it. I can't, you know, so many people would look at this game and go, this game looks like the dullest game you can imagine. And I can see that, I can understand that, because there's just something about this game that appeals to my brain. It just ticks a box and my brain says, yes, give me more. And I couldn't put my finger on what it is. It's just something about the sort of logic side of it, the sort of the way you play it, and sort of, I don't know, I can't even explain it, but let's just agree that it's awesome. If we can just do that between ourselves, then I don't need to worry about coming up with an explanation. Right, I'm going to. Are you anywhere near making it yet? What are you waiting for? You still waiting for more concrete? Well, I don't know why. You're in the logistics network. Here comes some. Hopefully this delivery should be enough to put us over the edge. We literally have enough to make 2. Other than the concrete. Right, okay, so we're making up low density structure things. Okay, next thing we need to make in the line for the satellite is, we need solar panels, that's fine, we've got them in the logistics network, we've got accumulators in the logistics network, we haven't got radars, but I only need 5, so I'm kind of thinking I'll just make them myself maybe. What's it take for that? We could make that, I just don't want to end up with millions of freaking radars when I don't need them. Have you got any radars? Oh, you're not in the logistics network, but that's fine, I don't really care that you're not in the network. Do I have any radars in the logistics network? Maybe. I can't see if I have. I have 143 roboports in the logistics network. I probably should have been a bit more stringent on my controls or whatever for that. Anyway, right, we need to crack on because I am literally pissing away this episode. Right, so next one in the line is rocket fuel. Okay, rocket fuel is just easy. That's just a solid fuel, and I did a little while ago in preempting what was going to happen here. I made sure that I actually set up some fuel production, because I did have lots of solid fuel at one point, but I've used it all as backup fuel over the time, so now I need to make more. But I did that, which was lucky, because I also found out when I did that the my production of heavy oil had filled all of its capacity, and therefore everything in my oil plant had shut down. So it was fortuitous that I spotted that. Right, so that's making the rocket fuel, that's making the solid object thingamabobs. We're going to output everything onto this side. We're going to have to go get some speed modules for that. Right, solar panels and accumulators. Radars, solar panels, accumulators, and processing units. Okay, so if we extend this out this way, ideally the right way. That. And that. Okay, so this is the one that's going to actually make the satellite. You have to move that. It's not in the right place. And now it doesn't want to connect. Damn you. What was it connected to? I don't think it was connected to anything anyway, was it? Let's do that, and right. So I want to switch this over to being on a belt. I'm going to get that onto the inside of that belt. We're going to put the rocket fuel on the other side of that belt, and then stick a stack inserter in. You can have those low density things get you going. Right, now and then it's going to just be a case of friggin' logistics ahoy. I don't think we need to make anything more down this end, so let's just do this. Look how super speedy they are. They're so awesome. Right. This definitely needs a speed boost. Do I need 100 of these? Yes. Let's go get some speed boosts for that one. I also forgot to restrict these and end up making millions of them, which was grinding the base a little bit, as you can imagine. Give me the speed ones as well. I'm gonna have to make more speed things for. What is it? This needs some modules, doesn't it? But I don't know what they're for. They don't seem to get used for anything. Because unless I need to make. There it is. It's on the ground. It's ready. It's ready to be used. I'm just gonna get rid of that now, so it doesn't make another one. Badunk. Right, where do we want this? So it's gonna stick it in the middle somewhere. It's quite big, but should be fine. Let's move it in here, and then we can build on the back side of it. Ba-da-bop. Okay, we've done this wrong. We've definitely done this wrong. So we need to feed rocket fuel. Okay, yeah, and then that makes the rocket parts, and then this builds up as I make them. I don't know how many of these I need to make. A few, apparently. Right, okay, that's fine. Does it need low density structures as well? It does. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this, restrict this somehow so it only makes one. We need some what are these? And then we're going to loop this round and it can feed into that. Am I thinking? Right, we need 2 spaces. I'm going to move this over one. There we go. So that'll feed through low density structures and that, but we are going to, I'm going to stick in a couple more of them to make more of those low density structures. And you can just do that because it's not going to need that many. So once this is produced, hopefully it'll only hold one. Well, yeah, once that's produced, it shouldn't take up all the resources. And then they should start feeding into the actual base. What do I do with my active provider chests? Not active provider, requested chest. There they are. Fucking hell, I'm so blind. Right, 3 of those. Right, I need solar panels, accumulators, and what was the other thing I needed? Oh, radars. I don't have radars. Yeah, I'll just make radars. I don't think it's worth splitting up a supply network for just for radars. Come here, give me iron. What do I need for the processing units? Control units. Okay, that's blue and the things. And processing units are speed modules. Sorry, are just those two. Okay, that's fine. So we can basically. So this is the only place we need to build those, isn't it? Well, that's nice and convenient because I can just basically slap 2 of these like that, and grab my belts where they've gone again. Best to do this. More importantly, not how best to do it, but how am I going to do it? Because you know what I'm like with not doing things well. And that was fucking stupid. Leave my gap. Right, there we go. I am still fucking way off. Right. There we go. Right, now we need to. I feel I'm going to regret doing it like that because I feel like it's going to need loads of green ones and not many red ones. I know it's just 5 and 5, so it doesn't really matter. I always feel like these modules are going to be really difficult to make, but they're actually not too bad. He says that I've been completely fucking screwed that up. That doesn't even want to be there. That's not the last component. Sorry, guys. Awful, awful, awfulness. More than my usual awfulness. Right. Leave. Right, this is going to make your rocket control pod or module, or whatever it's called, rocket control unit. So I need to feed in the blue and speed units into that. That's fine. Let's put this down here. So we'll pick up the blues there. And then it'll just output onto a belt and feed into that. That's fine. I don't mind that being a little bit awkward. And then how am I going to do this so it just... do I need more than one of these? What's it take to make one of these? 1 and 1. It's going to be slowed down if I don't have 2 by a long shot, so we probably should have 2 if we can make it work. If we just do this, and don't really need a stack converter there, but let's stick one in anyway. There we go, that should load in there. Okay, and just power, and then that should, he says, probably missing something really obvious and important. Just tell it to actually make what I want it to make now. Okay, right, that's gonna, oh, I need the output, but other than that, just give me the output. We're going to feed into there, and then we just need to output on the other side. Thank you. Oh, wrong one. Don't want to load plastic in. I need to load in the okay. That's working. Speed it up and give it some processing extra efficiency. Half and half it, I think. There we go. Right. So that's that. What else do we need to feed in? Rocket fuel. Yeesh. Okay, rocket fuel and dense structures, whatever, is going to come in from there, so that's fine. Halve and half these again. But then we do need to move this and do that again. We can just do it right next to it, I think. For once I've actually set it up so it's usable or scalable, rather than most of the stuff I've done in space which is not scalable. There we go, right. That should speed up production there a little bit. You in the logistics network? I feel like you're not. Probably why you're sat there being useless. Yeah, you're not in the logistics network. So let's fix that straight away. And how is that? Right, now all my thousands of bots. How many bots have I got? Number of available bots, 0. Oh, you're not connected to anything, are you? Despite my extensive network of logistics, I'm still not connected. Now it is. Ooh, 6,000 logistics bots. I seem to be using about 100 of them at the moment. I have no idea what the rest of them are doing. Okay, oh wow, we actually have some processing units going in, or rocket units going in. See it unload one. Right, okay, right. We're getting there, maybe. Once this is done, we should be close. When did I do all the radars? When did I do my... I made radars, didn't I? Ah, there. Right, that's enough radars. And everything else is being brought in now, so that should start producing pretty quickly. And then we're going to wait for this to produce, and... Is that it? Is that everything? I feel like we need something else. Yeah, no, I mean that'll do it. I think that's everything we need, isn't it? Not sure what's going on with the fuel. The only thing I can think is I didn't put. Oh no, I've got 2,000 fuel in it. So oh, that's what's going on. I didn't tell it to request it. Right, now we just sit back and wait. So we're back, guys, and it's actually been a couple of days in real time since the last sort of moment that you just saw. It didn't take that long in real time in terms of running the game. I just hadn't had a chance to come back to finish the last bit because it did actually take quite a while. It was good sort of half an hour of running to get us to where we are now. Obviously, I'm on the opposite side of the base. We'll head back over to the rocket silo in a second, but I've come over here because in the time that I have been waiting for the silo to finish, basically what I predicted has happened, which is that I have now run out of iron. Both of my iron mines have shut down. Iron Mine 4, I think, probably still running, actually. I can't believe Iron Mine 4's run out, but it's possible. We'll find out in a second when that train comes back. Where is it? Where's he gone? Are you coming back? Iron Mine 4 train? Yeah, he's going to Iron Mine 3. Iron Mine 3, which is this one over here. How do I get rid of that? It is completely empty, and this one up here, Iron Mine 2 over here is completely empty. So hopefully Iron Mine 4 is still producing something, because we still need a little bit to finish off the rocket silo, but we're getting there. We're getting there, but yeah, copper is doing fantastic after I built those new outposts up in the northwest, but unfortunately iron is now done. So this is going to be about it for this base, I think. Tootle along the main bus, and we'll have one last look at it all, but yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this. I can't say I've gone on and on about how much I screwed up with how I set up the resources at the beginning, but I think I've done well. I've done well. I've done a very human thing. I've been doing some work, putting in some decoration stuff. A very human thing. You know, I came to this alien planet. I've pillaged all the resources. I've poisoned the atmosphere. I've killed all the locals, and now I'm done. So I'm going to pack up my stuff and leave, just like we do in the real world. So where are we at with the little base? So I kind of fiddled around. I think it's probably changed since you last saw. I fiddled around because I realised that this wasn't building fast enough. So, but we're there. We're at 86%. We're getting close. Where's the plastic go? Plastic seems to be the main thing that's slowing us down right now. And I have a little on me, so you might as well have it in there. We've got the satellite made. That's sat in here waiting to be loaded into the rocket once it's completed. So guys, we're here almost 99%, just waiting for a few more low density structures to finish off our rocket, and then we'll be there. Actually, we are really close. We've got 3 more. Where are they? Here comes 1. There comes 2. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this actually, what this does. I'm assuming it's going to open up or do something when I get 100%. One more low density structure. Here it comes. Ba-doop. Oh, preparing. Oh, that's actually quite a cool animation. And here comes the triple penis rocket. I really do like this game. Okay, we're ready right now. Just put the satellite in. I don't really know what the satellite's for, I guess. Just something, I guess. This satellite should be put into a rocket. Good advice. Let's do that. Okay. So this is it. After many, many, many hours of work, we are finally here, ready to leave this godforsaken planet. I'm feeling a little emotional. I don't know. It's just kind of it's a silly game, I know, but you know, yeah, I put a lot of time into this factory, and it is sad to kind of leave it behind because I'd like to do much more with this. I like where I've got to with this factory, and I feel like I've designed it in a way which is, don't get me wrong, it's not efficient or amazing in any way, shape, or form, but it is something that I feel like I could expand massively if it wasn't for the fact that there's no resources left to feed it. But I guess there's nothing left to do but to click that big launch button and get a look at our statistics. So let's do this. Oh wow, that is actually there. That is actually a cool little animation. Follow it! Follow it! Oh, it's gone! Smoke me a kibber, I'll be back for breakfast. There's another achievement for the end. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we've done. Big splitters. Spitters. 55 hours. Let's ignore how much time I've wasted playing this game. Anyway, almost 20,000 big spitters. That's quite a lot. 300 behemoth spitters. I don't know if that's how you say it. How come the biters are so much lower than the spitters? I guess they favour spitters at the end. Only 87 trees. God, I'm like an eco warrior. I am. Dead grey trunk. Interesting. These are my kills, aren't they? Yeah. Maybe it doesn't count if I harvest a tree. Maybe this is just when I've shotgunned them down or something. Save replay. Imagine how big a file that would be. So guys, I'm going to continue anyway. Satellite launch 1. Can I launch more now? Is that how this works? Is this thing burnt out? Oh no, I can just keep... Yeah, I can just keep launching satellites. So I could continue forever if I really wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because I've about to run out of iron. So guys, that's going to be it for this series. I know not many people have watched this series, but I've had a lot of fun making it. And for those of you who have checked out some of the episodes, I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you'll check back some of the other content on the channel. I'm not going to be coming back to Factorio. If I could find someone to do a multiplayer series with, I would come back to Factorio. But until that time, unfortunately, this is going to be the end. So, as always, I've been Timmy. This has been Factorio, the finale. I hope you've enjoyed the series, and I hope you'll check back for the next video, whatever that may be.